Hi everybody, welcome to the second unboxing of the week. When I did the unboxing earlier this week on Wednesday, I think, I had let you all know that I was expecting a whole bunch of deliveries to arrive yesterday, and the delivery folks were on time. And so a lot of boxes that I've been waiting for a while. Hey Carol, did actually arrive yesterday, so I wanted to show you guys all of these. Tomorrow is the monthly open studio day, so if you're here in the local area in Durham, we'll be open from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. I had to change the time a little bit because apparently there's some crazy storm that's going to be rolling through here. Hey, Tiali. Tonight, supposed to, I don't know, bring thunderstorms, tornadoes, possible snow. I don't know, it's supposed to be crazy. Anyway, but the storm's supposed to move out by 10 a.m. tomorrow. So in order to keep everybody safer and warm at home in the morning, we're going to start at 11 tomorrow instead of 10. So I'm opening up all these boxes today so that I can get all this put away and set up for the open studio tomorrow. So if you are in the area, you will get to see all of these goodies in person tomorrow. All right, so the first box is the one that I think folks have been waiting for the longest time. I went ahead and opened it because the top was kind of crazy. But in here we have the restock of the Appleton Wool's thread is in here, along with restocking a lot of the colors that have been out of stock for a while. Appleton's released some new colors this year. Let's see if we can find them. So I got the new colors as well. I believe they were neon colors. So they should hopefully be somewhere in this box. There's some more over here. Good morning. Yay, yes. So this is wool thread. It is thinner than the thicker stuff that's usually used for like a canvas needlepoint. You can embroider with this, you can cross stitch with this. It's pretty versatile. It's a lot of fun. It's super duper soft. It's a lot of fun to play with, adds a really nice texture to your embroidered work. Great for things like hair, animal fur, all that kind of stuff. Wool is a lot of fun to play with. So there's lots of wool. Oh, there's way more colors in here that I hadn't seen before. So we also have the twill tape restock is here. What this is used for is to wrap around the inside of your wooden hoops. If you like to stitch in wooden hoops, you find those to be the most comfortable in your hand, but you find that your fabric is constantly losing tension, slipping. Wrap the inner hoop of your embroidery hoop with cotton twill tape. That's going to give you a better grip on your fabric, and it's going to keep your fabric tighter. So that's what the twill tape packs are here for. We have the Hop Hop thread drops. So these are little bunny shaped thread holders. You put your thread here through the middle. It's got space for you to write the color number, the brand, whatever else you need, and it comes with the little O-ring. There are 20 little bunny thread drops in each pack. Some more of the very popular Sumo Grip pencils. These are mechanical pencils. You can use them to trace patterns, whatever, just standard mechanical pencil. They're just really, really comfortable. The grip on here is really nice, and they work very nicely. I know I've gotten lots of questions about this. So the Londonderry Linen thread is back, and I got all 30 colors that they have available. So it's going to be all of a restock. You'll see today, this afternoon, a restock of all the colors that I had the first time around, and now you can see some of the new colors. So all 30 colors that are available of the Londonderry Linen thread. This is the 50-30 size, I think. Are going to be in the shop now. So I probably will not get these photographs until next week sometime, but if you come by tomorrow, you'll be able to see them in person tomorrow. So I've got lots and lots of the linen thread in lots of beautiful colors are in here. Lots of colors. We've got some of a couple, I only got two, it looks like. I had to order a couple more. This is the Yamato rice paste. So this is a glue that's made out of rice starch. It washes out really nicely. What it works for really, really well is to put onto the edges of your fabric so that it doesn't fray. It keeps your fabric, but it's not as stiff as some of the fray stop, like the Aliens fray stop. It can sometimes stain your fabric because of the chemicals that are in there, but this is rice. This is like natural rice paste. It washes out cleanly, doesn't leave a stain, and it keeps your fabric from fraying. So if you stitch in hand, sashiko samplers, embroidery samplers, anything, for Aida, I would still either serge or zigzag the edges just because of the thickness of Aida cloth. But for any other kind of thinner embroidery sashiko type projects, this works really well to keep your fabric from fraying. All right, let's see what's in here. This is the needle ID cards, and these are these fun little sets of cards that help you figure out which needle you need for which project. Let's see if I can open up this little display box. What unfortunately I am not seeing in this box, which I was expecting, was a restock of the silk threads, the Auvert Soir. That was supposed to be in here, but I'm not seeing that in here. So I'll have to check the packing slip and check in with the company and see what happened there. But so these are the little needle ID cards. They come in this little plastic storage. They're about business card sized, and they they illustrate to you what the different size needles are. So if you have a bunch of stray needles hanging around, maybe in a pincushion, maybe in like just some random fabric, and you don't know what kind of needle it is, that these cards work really well because you just lay the needle down and it'll tell you what size it is, the eye, and on the back side of these cards is a little bit of history about the needle as well as the best place to use that kind of needle. So these are back and always super popular. So I've got a bunch of those. Oh, these have been out for a really, really long time. These are the Pinzette tweezers. These are this handheld, super sharp, angle-tipped tweezer. So you can hold them kind of like that, get really nice and close to your fabric so that you can, if you need to pull out stray threads, pull out stitches, that kind of thing. That's what these are. And they come with this, the leather storage case is included with those. So these are back. These have been out for months and months and months. And let's see what's in this little box. Okay, so there's some of the silk thread is in here. You'll see some of the blues. So this is a small restock of some of the Auvert Soir silk thread is here. Like I said, I'm going to have to check the packing slip to see what happened to the rest of it. But there are several colors in here that will restock some of the colors that are currently out of stock. The rest of what is in here is, again, lots and lots of the wool thread. I think these are some of the new colors. These are the new neon colors, the green, yellow, orange. I think there's 6 or 8 new colors that are in this box as well. So as always with these videos, if you're watching this live, you will see the stuff that is restocked in here back in the shop within about an hour or so after this video. The new stuff that you see in here, like the new colors of the Appletons, hopefully will be up in the shop by next week. Particularly with threads, there aren't always good stock images for me to be able to list them, so I need to photograph them, get the pictures edited in order to get them online. All right, let's move this massive box here off the table so that we can open up a few other things. We've got a couple of small little, this is from FLATTY Works. which I've got several things on back orders, so let's see what's in here. This Weeks Dye Works is here in North Carolina. It's actually just down the road in Garner. This looks like some of the 2-strand floss that was on back order. So I am one of the few shops that stocks all of their 2-strand thread colors. So they've told me before that a lot of the times they are dyeing the threads for my orders. So it takes a while sometimes to get specific colors, which is why when you see one of these out of stock, it'll take a while for it to come back. It's because they are dyeing them pretty much for my orders, is what I've been told. So, but here is pumpkin. That's the big Weeks stand right over there. The 2-strand, the 3-strand, regular embroidery floss, and pearl cottons are down there. So in here we've got some more of the pumpkin, and it looks like this might be more pumpkin. So it's kind of slowly trickling in. Yep, more pumpkin. So you'll see this back, and I think this might complete a couple of the sets that are out of stock at the moment. We've got some of those. 2 little boxes here. The 2-strand floss is very handy. It can be used, it is just like 2 strands of embroidery floss. So anywhere that you would divide down embroidery floss and just use 2 strands of it, that's what you can use the Weeks Dye Works 2-strand floss for. So cross stitch, embroidery stitches, all that kind of stuff. It's just really handy because then you don't have to spend your time dividing down the thread. It's already been divided down for you. You just cut it straight off of the spool. All right, what is in here? Oh, cool. So these are brand new. These I have some stock images of, so I can get these listed hopefully this afternoon. These are wrist pin cushions. So this is a magnetic pin cushion here. It's a slap bracelet, so the kind that you just, and it'll wrap around whatever your arm if you have like a nearby table or something. And this is a little magnetic surface. So it's great for if you are, especially you're at your sewing machine and you've got things pinned, you've got a whole bunch of pins to pull out, you can just kind of throw them at the pad and it will hold all your pins. So this is something that's brand new, so we'll see that in the shop soon. A couple of boxes. Unfortunately, there seems to be a lot going on with the Australian Postal Service because I am still missing half of my order of cottage garden threads with all the new colors that is still floating around somewhere, and there's another box from Australia that also is floating around somewhere. So I'm not sure when a lot of that stuff is going to get here. So this box is full of Cosmo floss, and almost all of these are to create the Cosmo thread sets. The ones like the color wheel, the neutrals one, the Moroccan moth, all of that kind of stuff is mostly what these threads are for. So my husband is actually the one that does most of those sets, so that's probably what he's going to be working on here tomorrow during the open studio, is putting all those thread sets together. And the other thing that's in here is a restock of the Sashiko metal thimble that is super popular. That was kind of running low, so that's what is in this box. All right. So here we've got a box from Sublime Stitching. Sublime is actually one of the very, very first, it was the very first embroidery products that I ever carried here at Snuggle Monkey. So I have been stocking Sublime Stitching for almost 11 years. Jenny is an absolute delight to work with, and I love her products and patterns, and I talk about these often, but her fine tip iron-on transfer pens are probably my favorite method for transferring patterns onto fabric, especially because I've now have started offering some PDF downloads, starting out with Amy Ray, some of her Little Deer felt patterns. I'm working with a couple of other folks, so you should hopefully be seeing more PDF patterns available in the shop soon. So especially when you download a PDF pattern and you want to get that onto fabric. I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I kind of walk you through 3 of my favorite transfer methods, but these pens are probably what I use the most often. You just print out your design, you trace over it with this pen, and then you iron it onto your fabric. Done. It's permanent, so these lines will not go away, but the tip really is really fine, so even with like 1 or 2 strands of embroidery floss, you can cover the line. That's how thin it comes out. The other cool thing is that you only have to ink it once, and you can transfer that design several times. Like, I think I've done it 3 or 4 times without having to re-ink. If you have any of the iron-on transfer patterns from Sublime Stitching or any of the other ones that are out there, and it's run out of ink, you can re-ink it with these pens. So these are available in 9 different colors. This is the restock of several of the colors, including red, yellow, the ever popular black. There's some woven labels in here. This took forever and made with all sorts of things. So the restock of some of Jenny's woven labels are in here. Some of her scissors. These are the Art Nouveau scissors, beautiful golden scissors with these kind of detailed handles. It also comes with the scissor sheath so that it keeps your scissors nice and safe. The new thing that is in here is Jenny's handkerchiefs are back. She stocked these. I had them in the shop years and years ago, and then I think she lost her supplier. They weren't available for a very long time, but she's just brought them back. So if you have been looking for a nice high quality handkerchief, these are 100% cotton. They're made in India. They're very soft. They're beautiful to embroider on. These are back, and so I should have these in the shop this afternoon. But you get 4, right? They're 12 by 12, and there are 4 white handkerchiefs in here. So that's what is in here. What else is in here? And then there's just a couple restocking some patterns, which goes perfectly with the handkerchiefs, is the Hanky Corners pattern. These are some great little motifs that you can put onto the corners. The trick to embroidering on the corner of a handkerchief in a hoop is to get yourself a small hoop. So like a 3-inch hoop. I have a 2.5-inch hoop in the shop. Small hoops will make it easier for you to be able to embroider right to the edge of the handkerchief and put a little monogram, a little design, if you want to make some gifts for, say, Mother's Day. That's coming up in the not too distant future. All right. Here we've got a little box from Gingiber. I actually am not 100% sure how to pronounce that. I probably pronounce it differently every single time. So if anybody out there knows how to pronounce it, please let me know. All right. So this is a restock of a couple of their kits. The Dwell in Possibilities moth, which I absolutely love this design. So these are complete kits. You get the pattern pre-printed on cotton fabric. You get an embroidery hoop, you get thread, and a needle is in here along with a stitch guide. There's also in here a restock of some of their vinyl stickers, like the self-care sticker, which is this one. And there's a couple of new stickers in here. The Nocturnal Owl is in here. Kindred Spirit, which I love, is in here. It isn't what we say or think that defines us, but what we do, which is lovely. Friends dream your dreams with you. So true. So lots of beautiful vinyl stickers. And then don't know. I'm going to ask your opinion here. So Ginger Bear is now offering these tea towels, which I loved. I thought they were beautiful. I'm not sure if to add them into the shop. I don't know if you all would be interested in printed tea towels, but they are flour sack cotton. They're screen printed here in the U.S. in Arkansas, and I'm trying to look at what the size of them is because I forget, but they're really big. But she's got these beautiful, all of her, like the moth that's on the embroidery kit. There is the bee. Yes, okay, great. Tell me more. So let me open one of these up. I'm definitely keeping one of the bees here for myself. So let's take a look at some of these. But I have been coming across all of these great printed tea towels lately, and I'm really drawn to them. I'm not exactly sure like what I would do with them craft-wise other than putting them, you know, in my kitchen. But I love this. I love using this cotton flour sack material in my kitchen. I find it to be one of the more absorbent towels. So these are, so like I said, lots of her designs that are available as the embroidery kits, as the stickers. She's now offering them as tea towels. You can embroider some of the details on them. Excellent idea. Yes, so you definitely could, and there's this kind of forest print one, so you could definitely add some color onto there. You could stitch over one of them. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of positive responses to the tea towels. So I'll get some of these listed, and I love tea towels. I usually try to find calendar tea towels. Oh, excellent. I will see if I can find that. Tea towel tote. Yes, they are made in the U.S. In Arkansas, I believe. So awesome. I'm so glad to hear that you guys like them too. So I will go ahead and order some more of these and get these listed up in the shop. Meanwhile, I'll test this out this weekend, let you know how I like it. But yeah, so the 3 designs that I picked out to start with, like I said, is this one, the moth print, which is similar to the kit that I showed you, and then the bee one that I just opened up. So, and like I said, they've just, I don't know, maybe, you know, like when you think of something and all of a sudden it just starts appearing everywhere, the algorithm starts throwing all sorts of things at you. I've been seeing lots of really cool tea towels lately. Small futoshiki too, very true, yes. It would make great futoshiki, or the Japanese style of gift wrapping. All right, so I've been promising you guys this for a really long time, and it finally arrived, so I'm excited to be able to put these back into the shop. But these are the FLATTY Works project bags. I used to carry them, and then my distributor stopped stocking them, so I finally found them again. They are, this one that I'm opening right now is actually not the Works. This is the, so these are the FLATTY project bags that I do have in the shop. The white is back. I haven't been able to get white in a really long time. So these have been and continue to be super popular. They, I think, originally are meant as stationary carriers, portfolios, but they work really, really well as really slim project bags. You can fit up to a 7-inch embroidery hoop in here. There's this clear pocket inside where you can stick your scissors, needles, floss, all that kind of stuff. And what I really like is that it's this, there's cardboard on the back, so it makes a really flat surface. So if you are like working in your car or whatever, it gives you a flat surface to work on, which can be really handy. It also has this little slip pocket in the back that you can stick your patterns and that kind of good stuff. So the white one is back, but the other stuff that's in this box is the same thing, but they're called FLATTY Works. The difference is there's a couple things. So the FLATTY Works are made of waxed canvas instead of plastic. They are a little, the gusset is a little bit wider. I have one and love it. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been selling those Flatties for quite a while, and they've always been really popular. Hey, Muffy, how are you? Muffy came into the store. She was in town visiting last week, I think it was, and I got to meet you in person, which was so exciting. Okay, so these are the FLATTY Works bags. So this is a really nice, soft, waxed canvas fabric. It still has the same clear vinyl front pocket, so you can easily see. The gusset here opens up just a little bit wider than in the traditional, so you can fit more stuff in here. And also, it's got 2 slip pockets. So you've got kind of this, I love my flight. It's good to hear, Buffy. I'm so glad. It's got a full width one back here, so you can stick stuff in. And then it's got, these are fabric slip pockets. Again, slightly wider than the ones that are in the vinyl version. And it still has the slip pocket in the back. So these are back. I know I've gotten lots of questions about these over the years when they disappeared. I was able to get them in this blue teal color and navy and mustard. So the FLATTY Works are back in those 3 colors. I used to carry, instead of the mustard, there was like a olive green kind of color, and I wasn't able to get that, but I really like the mustard as well. This color has really grown on me lately. So that's the mustard, and then the navy's a really dark navy. So FLATTY Works bags are back. You'll see those in the shop in just a minute. I'll get those up this afternoon so that you guys can grab yourselves one of those. A couple other quick updates. The newsletter and posts just went out. Rebecca Rehnquist from Dropcloth Samplers is coming back and teaching her color wheel sampler here through Snuggly Monkey on Saturday, April 23rd. It's a 4-hour small group class where she teaches you her color wheel sampler. It's a small group. I love that mustard color too. It actually looks a lot better in person even than it did on the website when I was ordering. Has almost like a goldenrod, really rich color to it. So it's a 4-hour class. It's small group. You'll have lots and lots of opportunities to ask Rebecca questions, talk to her. She teaches the same way that I do via Zoom with multiple cameras. So you'll be able, she has a camera right on her hands so that you can see the stitch work and the stitches that she's doing really easily and clearly. The color wheel, if learning hand embroidery has been on your to-do list for a while, it is a great opportunity to do so, because the color wheel is kind of it has all the basic stitches on it and then some kind of more complicated stitches, so it's a great way to learn. So registration is open. It's over, if you head over to snugglymonkey.com, look at the classes, you'll find Rebecca's classes listed there, so if you're interested in that, feel free. Yeah, multiple cameras. It works out really, really well. I teach the same way. I have, if you've been in any of my classes, I have an iPad that I kind of talk to like this, and then I have my phone on an arm crane thing so that you can see what my hands are doing. And Rebecca's got pretty much the same setup, so it's a really nice way to learn. So that is coming up. The other thing that I think I may have said this on here before, but I'm not sure, is that I'm going to be taking a break from teaching. So Rebecca's class and then Sudi Laura's class on the Sashiko zipper pouches are going to be the last 2 kind of classes for a little while. I'm going to be taking a break over the summer with the goal of turning Sashiko 101 and 102 into on-demand video courses, so that they will be available to anyone, anywhere. Just like the Boro Scarf class, it'll be yours forever. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on this summer. So I'm not going to be teaching any Zoom or in-person classes until the fall of 2022. But my plan is to return to teaching both Zoom and in-person come the fall. So that is what is going on with classes around here. And I think that's about it. The only other announcement, and I'll talk about this more next week, is that I'm going to be taking a actual proper vacation break starting on March 23rd until April 2nd. The snugglemonkey.com is going to be closed down, and I'm not going to work. I haven't done that in a really, really long time, so I'm looking forward to the break. But just keep that in mind for your ordering, your projects, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'll talk about it a little bit more next week, but just to keep that in the back of your minds that the shop will be closed for about a week and a half from March 23rd to April 2nd, and shipping won't resume until April 4th, I think that is. Thank you. Yes, I am so excited. It's been a really, really long time since I've taken this kind of break. So I'm excited. Yes, get away, rest, and recharge, most definitely. All right, so those are all the boxes that I had here. I'm going to work on getting all this stuff listed and back in the shop for you guys. Open studio tomorrow, so if you are around, I'd love to see you, get a chance to meet you, talk to you, and I will see you guys again very soon, I hope. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye.